Did you ever had a game that you immediately got hooked within the first minute? For me, it was a couple of times. One of which went something like this. When I came to, there was a woman standing there. A woman I don't know. At least, I don't think I know her. And then there was a man with a gun. I don't know him either. Well, probably not. Anyway. Now, I'm not the type of guy who just stand back and watch a poor woman get shot. But I have just one little problem. I'm already dead myself. Originally, Ghost Trick was for Nintendo DS. And I did a whole Let's Play about it. The videos are unlisted, but the playlist should still be public. So if you want to check it out, you can do it. But as you can probably guess, I stopped doing Let's Plays. Nothing against any Let's Plays or anything, but for me, it was a burden. I couldn't do anything new. I didn't feel like I was doing anything to emphasize or to promote the game or anything. To me, it just felt like a chore and a burden. So I stopped and started doing vid essays like this, and now I'm having more fun with it. But I always wanted to talk about Ghost Trick again. Always, because this game deserves so much more popularity, more fandoms, more people to play the game. But I just didn't have the time or anything. Until now, the remastered Ghost Trick came to all ports. So the the Switch, I'm still thinking the Switch, the PC, I believe PlayStation 4 or 5, it came out in a lot of ports. And I want to talk about it because people should play this game. So, let's relive once again and talk about one of my favorite games of all time, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Let's start off with the story, since we were already talking about it. And what can I say? This is one of the best story I ever experienced. Which is no surprise, since the director of this game, Shu Takumi, is the same one for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney's franchise, aka my favorite franchise. Yes, the marathon is still a thing. Yes, I am biased of Ghost Trick because of that reason as well, but hear me out. Immediately, when you thought you could do nothing, you get straight into the game, while still understanding what the story is about. Getting right into the game and learning how to do stuff is nothing too rare. It has been done before. But merging it in a way that the story just works while you're still having fun playing it, that's hard to execute. And they executed it well. They tell you how to execute stuff, how far you can reach despite the game not telling you at the moment, and finally understanding what you can and cannot do. It's not perfect though. Some of the things was introduced very late into the game. One of the main gameplay mechanics was also introduced fairly late as well. And like typical Phoenix Wright games, some of the stories, it doesn't make sense. But nonetheless, the story is still amazing. There's hiccups, but it doesn't make or break. It could be better, but it's still an amazing game. The presentation though. Riddle me this. Why is the game still 4:3 ratio? This is a remastered version. So I was expecting to see more screen, wider screen. What was behind that wall? More junk? Or maybe seeing more things at the same time while solving the puzzle that I couldn't do in the DS version. But no! Instead, we get the 4:3 ratio with the background you can choose, unlocking more as you progress with the story. I'm gonna be honest, this is just laziness. And I hate they did not give us at least the default 16:9 ratio. Look, if you like this, more power to you. But I don't. And I know they could have widened the screen, but they didn't. And it sucks because everything else looks so good. The 3D model looks so clean and yet it feels unique for the game. The 2D artwork, well, nothing changed, still looks good and amazing, and honestly, I want more art form like this. The arrangement music is so amazing too. They remastered so many, and most of them for me sounds better than the original. Yes, there are some instances where I think the original is better than the remastered, like 4 minutes before death. But others are way better than the original for me, like Lean, a pursued redhead. Yes, there will be preferences. That is healthy, that is normal. But overall for me, the remastered is better than the original, and that is an achievement. Just not only to make the original music better than the remastered, some of them, not all of them, but all of them making sure that it doesn't lose that spark. That is dedication and just well executed. As a musician, I know how hard it is to do that. I have done that project to my clients in the past. So, good job. But the game is nothing without the main 3 core. So, let's talk about the final one, gameplay. And, well, would you believe me if I said this amazing story game is also a puzzle? You know, usually in games they usually pick the best 2 of 3, the presentation, the mechanics, the story. Ghost Trick just said all 3 of them need to be good for a puzzle game. I should go more into your Ghost Trick. You have an ability to possess inanimate objects and, well, animate them. So if you have a guitar, you can strum it to make music as your Ghost Trick. Or if you're possessing a level of sort, you can pull it down with your ability. There are some you cannot do, like if you're trying to control and possess a heavy object to do something, you can't because, well, the object is too heavy to be executed. But other than that, it's really fun to find solutions and play around what works and what doesn't. There is still some critics though. I wish you can possess more items than the game presents. And with that said, I just wish that there are times where you could just solve a certain dilemma or the puzzles more than once. There's only one way to solve each puzzle and it feels like it needs more. It just feels like it needs more. I understand if some puzzles there's only one way to solve it because of plot reasons, but having choices is always fun to explore, at least for me. With that said, I still love this game. It's definitely not the best game of all time, but to tell you the truth, I am still not doing justice to this game. I can't really spoil much, mainly because then I will go to spoil territory and I don't want to do that in this channel. This channel is more for recommending and everything. So you just have to trust me when I say Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is such an amazing game. Both the original and now the remastered. The music is absolute bangers, both the original and the remastered. The presentation is amazing besides the 4:3 ratio. And the story is well executed. Please play Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. It's such a good game. It's such a great game. It's such an amazing game. I'll leave you with this. There's a rumor, or at least I've heard there's a rumor, that if this game is sold really well, there might be a sequel, Ghost Trick 2. I don't want a Ghost Trick 2. I mean, if we get it, don't get me wrong, I'll be really happy and I'll be excited for it. But the way that the story ended, the way you journeyed to it, and the way everything just settled down, I think it's a really good way to end things. With a smile in your face.